the chosen one. You have come at a time that the universe has precisely planned. This is not a normal day. It isn't simply another dawn, ticking hour, or arbitrary day on the calendar. No, this is a divine appointment. You have a date with fate, and it's today. All of your past and all of your grief, every tear, conflict, delay, and closed door, it has all led you to this crucial turning moment. The clock has achieved heavenly synchronization. Something significant is happening in your favor. Before we begin our trip together, I want to ask you to fully hear this message. Not only hear it, but let it spark something deep inside you. Watch the video till the conclusion and write your best wishes. The number 777 appears in the remarks. This isn't simply about engagement. It is about activating a frequency. It's about aligning with your destiny and sending a signal to the universe that you're ready, willing, and ready to accept the divine appointment that has always been written in your name. Now, choose one like this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and take a big breath. Allow yourself to let go of the burdens of the past. Allow your doubts to subside. You have entered a spiritually significant period, one that only those who are really called may understand. You are not arbitrary. You're not forgotten. You are not just trying to get through another day. No, you are a part of a magnificent orchestration, a glorious revealing. And today marks the point in the tale when everything begins to make sense. The cosmos, with its infinite wisdom, has aligned currents, seasons, time frames, and signals to bring you here. And the voyage has taxed your faith, heart, and strength. You've made it because you weren't supposed to fail. You were supposed to blossom. You were supposed to awaken. You were supposed to ascend. Not in the far future, but now, at this time, in this day, during this hour. This isn't simply some random message. It's a calling, a call to remember, an appeal to power. Destiny has summoned you, and now is the day you'll meet it in person. The transition is already underway. You can feel it in your soul. That unusual combination of anticipation and heavenly certainty. That is not anxiousness. That's not a coincidence. That is your soul, recognizing a purposefully organized meeting. You know, there are some dates etched in spiritual ink that the cosmos will never forget. Dates when the curtain lifts and the light becomes clearer. Paths arise where there were once dead ends. This is one of those spiritual milestones, a heavenly crossroads when your obedience, endurance, quiet fights, and unwavering hope eventually meet manifestation. This is the moment when your tears turn into victory. This is the day. Confusion leads to clarity. This is when the suffering serves its purpose. You have waited. You've persevered. You have developed in secret. And now, the payoff is now unfolding in ways you could not have imagined. Doors that were fastened shut are now swinging open. Opportunities that were previously neglected are now looking for you. What was formerly postponed, you can no longer deny yourself. Your spirit knew this day would come, even when your mind forgets, even when you were disheartened, even if you felt trapped, neglected, or abandoned. Destiny has never left your side. It was constantly strolling beside you softly, waiting patiently until you were ready to realize it, until you become strong enough to bear the crown, until you gain the spiritual power to lead in your lane. There is a magnificent revelation going place, exposing what has been concealed inside you for so long. That voice, that talent, that vision, that bravery, it's increasing right now. You never waited for fate. Destiny was waiting for you. And now that you've linked with it, miracles will no longer seem like a fiction. They will start to feel like reality. Breakthroughs will no longer be postponed. They will start hunting you. Everything you've gone through has helped prepare you for this moment. Each loss honed your sensitivity. Each rejection diverted your attention. Every detour shielded your route. Even the delays had a divine purpose, to produce a stronger version of you. A version that didn't shrink under the spotlight. Who would not fold? When did the pressure come? Who wouldn't fumble the blessing once it arrived? The chosen one. Today is not the day to play small. Today is not the day to entertain doubt, second-guess yourself, or conceal your talent. Today is the day to be totally present, emotionally, cognitively, and spiritually. To say yes, to say now, to accept what has always been mine. You don't need extra time. You don't require any further preparation. You're ready. You are in agreement. You're chilly. And here is the activation. Your energy has changed. The tremor surrounding you has increased. You are no longer on the same frequency as you were only a few days ago. There is a heavenly surge, an inner knowledge, a spiritual click that is occurring. You can feel it. You can feel the forward momentum. You can taste the difference. You walk differently, speak differently, thinking differently. Because destiny is shouting your name in rooms you have not yet explored. There are benefits accumulating around you. Alignments are being forged behind the scenes. You are being drawn to experiences that will alter everything. The cosmos is cooperating to bestow a favor. You did not work for grace. You did not earn an overflow. You cannot explain why. Because you are selected. Because you are ready. Because it is time. You've passed a spiritual threshold. There's no going back. You are no longer willing to do anything less than your best. No longer interested in cycles that sap you. You can no longer postpone your delight. No more apologizing for your brightness. You have been endowed with strength, insight, and clarity. Destiny does not visit everyone. It shows up for those who have been loyal, to those who have prepared silently, to those with a larger purpose. Today, the universe is leaning in to help you. Divine momentum is around your cause. Spirit is watching over your plans and doors. Yes, doors are cracking open due to the weight of your compliance. They aren't opening because you pushed them. They are opening because you are linked with something greater than your own efforts. You are in line with a task. There is a pull you can't resist today. A whisper that says move. A push that urges speak. A proof that you're exactly where you should be. Do not disregard it. Follow it. Go with the flow. Answer yes to the invitation. This is your opportunity to make a breakthrough. This is your opportunity to cross. Here's where everything changes. Not next week, not someday, but now. You have a date with fate. The table has already been laid. The chairs are in position. The area is sacrosanct. The timing is ideal. You were invited before you were born. And today, that old call is coming to life. In your world, there is no space for fear. Only faith. Only onward. Only fulfillment. You aren't late. You are not early. You are right on time. Allow the sounds to go away. Allow the distractions to lose their grasp. You're no longer bound by the chaos of the past. You're no longer waiting for responses from those who were never supposed to comprehend your calling. You've reached a plane where clarity rules, where your path develops naturally, not because you push it, but because you follow the divine rhythm, which is powerful today. It's pulsating. It is obvious. It pushes you onward, even when fear attempts to draw you back. Today is not an ordinary day for you. It is a holy landmark, a timestamp for your spiritual path. The change, which you are perceiving, is not your imagination. It serves as assurance that you are being lifted out of your previous limitations. You are being raised beyond the cycles that formerly held you little. And this height did not come cheaply. It came via silent fights, painful decisions, patience, and maturation in the fire. You didn't just survive. You developed. You didn't just wait. You undergo a transformation. That is why this meeting with destiny is more than simply a feel-good experience. It is a coronation. It is an appointment with a better version of yourself. The version that no longer adheres to the laws of fear, lack, or delay. The version that walks in authority and understands how to say no with grace and yes with strength. The version that no longer requires validation since its purpose is clear. You've entered the divine realm, and the door is now open since your energy is ready. People gravitate toward you because your frequency speaks louder than words. Resources come to you because your mission generates demand. This is not about proving yourself anymore. This is about going into what you already own. You are living proof that faith can withstand fire. And let me assure you that what comes next will not need your fight, only your submission. Destiny does not react to stress. It reacts to alignment. It appears when you stop pursuing and begin accepting. That's why things will appear different now. What formerly required force will now react to your presence. What used to disregard you will now be drawn to you, since you are no longer seeking life. Life is chasing after you. You become a magnet for heavenly connections, the right people, the right time, and the right ideas. All of this is coming, not because you are fortunate, but because you are prepared. You've developed into a version of yourself that does not self-sabotage. When the blessing comes, you've established a mentality capable of supporting weight without breaking. You earned it spiritually, emotionally, and energetically. And now it's harvest time. There is a reason why warfare grew before now. There's a reason the pressure increased. There's a reason why everything seemed so unclear up until now. That was the enemy's last effort to distract you from the previously open door. However, you did not fold. You hadn't forgotten who you were. As a result, heaven is applauding, and hell is terrified because you're about to do something irreversible. The strategy is coming together. The moment is active. This chapter differs from others because you are unique. You have outgrown your anxieties. You have outlasted your delays. And now you're using electricity. Not panic, certainty, perplexity, alignment, or connection. This is where fate answers. This is where breakthroughs happen. This is where new chapters start. You don't have to beg. You don't have to struggle. The door that belongs to you opens effortlessly. All you need to do is turn up. Show up with your whole vigor. Show up for your purpose. Show up as if you understand that today is the culmination of all spiritual seeds you've ever sown. Show up because you recognize something precious. This moment has been waiting for you for the same amount of time as you have. It's no accident that you're receiving this message right now. Your spirit was led here for a purpose. Something inside you is waking up. A frequency is growing. You're beginning to recall who you are, not who the world wants you to be, but who your spirit has always known you to be. The more you remember, the more powerful you become. Not out of arrogance, but because of awareness. You are aware that you were picked. Aware that life is for more than simply survival. Understand that your presence contains solutions. That your energy promotes healing. That your voice was never intended to be muted. You were born to change the environment. Born to change timelines. Born to stroll into rooms and fulfill destiny just by being. And now you're really standing in the spot. Your soul has been practicing in secret. The doors are genuine. The links are genuine. The opportunities, they're also real. And they're not just turning up for anybody. They're turning up for you because you dared to believe in the face of a lack of evidence. When everything said you should give up, you dared to plan, even if nothing appeared to be arriving. That faith, it was created for your table. That's obedience. It unlocked your future chosen one. Your rendezvous with destiny is not a theory. It is a fact. One that is now occurring in real time. Keep an eye on how things change around you. Watch how discussions begin to shift. Watch how others start to regard you differently. Watch how your energy clears pathways without you having to force it. That is divine order at work. That is what it feels like to be at your assigned moment. This is not exaggeration. This is not only emotional motivation. This is a spiritual broadcast, a message of truth that your soul has been longing to hear. And now that you've heard it, it's awakened something within you, and you can't stop hearing it. You cannot unfold it. Something has shifted, and so will everything else. Let go of what you believe needed to happen. Let go of the old script. Today is not the same as yesterday. Today marks a fresh start. Today is more than simply a day on the calendar. It's the start of a miraculous chronology, a timeline in which you walk with power, alignment, and flow. There is no more delay, no more anxiety, and no more waiting. The moment is now live, and you are the miracle that is going to be observed. You didn't get here by chance. There is a heavenly imprint on your journey. You were directed, herded, and carefully relocated, even if you hadn't realized it, to arrive precisely at the verge of your breakthrough. The beauty of this moment stems from more than just an exterior change. That is something that already exists inside. You see, before the miraculous occurs outside of you, it must first get ignited inside you. That inward change, that rush of realization that today is different, that's when destiny takes hold. That's when the outside world starts to reflect the confidence and clarity you have within. And right now, Chosen One, your internal world is magnetic. It is commanding. It's luminous. You resonate at a frequency that naturally attracts what you want. This is why you have an inexplicable sensation of anticipation. It is not anxiousness. It is a state of preparedness. Your soul knows. It knows. Something holy is around. It understands that the version of you who used to beg, settle, pursue, and prove has been replaced by someone who just gets. Because when you carry divine harmony, life responds to your presence. And that is exactly what is occurring right now. The space around you is warping. Reality is moving, and time frames are being adjusted. All because you finally said yes to the version of yourself that had been hidden behind uncertainty and delay. And now that version has risen. You are no longer in a waiting season. You are currently in a receiving season. Everything's changed, not because of what happens outside, but because of who you have become on the inside. And it is because of this harmony that divine orchestration occurs in places you cannot perceive. People are being shifted into positions. Fever is being launched with your name on it. Prayers are being answered in unexpected ways. And it's not coming slowly. It's coming quickly. Why? Because you've stopped opposing the flow. You are in sync. You're on purpose. You are in motion with heaven. There is something vital to realize right now. You no longer need to persuade the universe of your value. That war is done. You have already been authorized. You have already been marked. You have already been selected. All that remains is to walk as if it were already done. Not out of arrogance, but out of conviction. The type of assurance that comes with surviving what was supposed to kill you. You are not weak. You are not fragile. You aren't just barely making it. You are strong. You are seasoned. You're wonderful. Some things didn't work out in the past because they weren't designed for the version of you that exists now. The ancient doors would have kept you prisoner. The previous patterns would have dulled your brilliance, but not anymore. Because the true you, the crowned, chosen, and awakened one has come, and now your presence is prophetic. When you enter into a room, the vibe alters, and people perceive something different. Even if they can't explain why, it's because you're carrying oil. You have power. You are carrying the momentum of your destiny. And from this moment on, every action you do is purposeful. You'll notice that things start moving quicker. What used to take years to materialize will now begin to unravel in weeks, if not days, since your energy no longer matches stagnation. It suits the acceleration. You are being expedited not because you bypassed the procedure, but because you remained with it. You went through something that others would have avoided. You stayed loyal under situations that would have shattered others. This is why the prize is different. That is why the favor has increased. You did not merely show up for your appointment with destiny. You earned it through tears, challenges, and silent obedience. And now all of heaven is partying. You finally see yourself as you were always supposed to. Chosen, equipped, powerful, ready. Don't be shocked if folks from your past attempt to re-enter your life today. Not everyone will recognize the person you've become. Some people will be bewildered. Some will feel intimidated. Some may attempt to reintroduce you into the patterns you've broken away from. However, you do not owe anybody the old you. You do not need to explain your radiance, your development, or your fame. Allow your change to speak for itself.